What if I told you that one single gram of a substance small enough to fit in a sugar packet could theoretically kill millions upon millions of people depending on how it's delivered? Today, we're counting down the 5 deadliest substances known to science. Quick note before we start. I'm using poison as the umbrella term here, since our list includes both natural toxins and a couple of substances, like a synthetic nerve agent and a radioactive element, that are deadly but not technically toxins, since nothing alive produced them. We'll get into that distinction properly in a separate video. For now, let's start at number 5. Number 5, ricin. It comes from the seeds of the castor bean plant, the same plant that gives us castor oil. Just 1 to 20 milligrams per kilogram of body weight can be lethal if swallowed, and far less if inhaled or injected. Once inside the body, ricin shuts down a cell's ability to build proteins, causing the cell to die. There is no antidote. Ricin's most famous moment came in 1978 when Bulgarian dissident Georgy Markov was assassinated in London using a modified umbrella that fired a tiny ricin pellet into his leg. The strange part? The same plant that produces this poison also gives us castor oil, found in cosmetics and medicine cabinets worldwide. Number 4, VX nerve agent. Unlike the others on this list, VX is entirely synthetic. It was accidentally discovered in the 1950s by British researchers looking for new insecticides and was quickly found to be far too toxic for farming. It's odorless, tasteless, and has the consistency of engine oil. Just 1/100th of a gram absorbed through skin can kill within minutes. VX works by blocking an enzyme your nerves need to switch off, so they simply never stop firing, leading to paralysis and respiratory failure. It made international headlines in 2017 when it was used to assassinate Kim Jong-nam at a Malaysian airport. Number 3, polonium-210. This one was discovered all the way back in 1898 by Marie and Pierre Curie, who named the element after Marie's homeland, Poland. Polonium is radioactive, emitting alpha particles that can't even get through a sheet of paper from outside the body. But swallow or inhale it, and it's a different story. Some estimates suggest a single gram could theoretically kill tens of millions of people if it were inhaled or ingested by that many. It has no medical use whatsoever and no antidote. Polonium became infamous in 2006 when former Russian security officer Alexander Litvinenko was poisoned with it in London, reportedly slipped into his tea. Number 2, Batrachotoxin. This one comes from an animal, the golden poison frog of western Colombia, a species barely 2 inches long. Scientists first isolated the toxin in the 1960s, discovering that a single frog carries roughly 700 micrograms of it, enough to kill an estimated 10 to 20 adult humans. Batrachotoxin works by locking sodium channels in nerve and muscle cells permanently open, causing uncontrollable muscle contraction, including in the heart. For centuries, the Embera people of Colombia have used these frogs to poison the tips of hunting darts, and remarkably, one frog can supply enough toxin for 30 to 50 darts. Here's the curious twist. Frogs raised in captivity, away from their natural rainforest diet, lose their toxicity completely. They don't make the poison themselves. Scientists believe the real source is tiny choricine beetles the frogs eat in the wild, which carry the toxin naturally and pass it up the food chain. And now, number 1, the deadliest substance known to science, botulinum toxin. Its origin story starts, unexpectedly, with bad sausages. In early 1800s Germany, a string of mysterious deaths were linked to poorly preserved meat and blood sausage. A local doctor and poet named Justinus Kerner spent years documenting the symptoms, and even tested small amounts on himself, correctly predicting the toxin might one day have medical uses. Decades later, in 1895, scientists finally identified the bacterium responsible, Clostridium botulinum, its name borrowed from the Latin word for sausage, botulus. On a molecular basis, it's estimated to be roughly 1.8 billion times more lethal than diphtheria toxin. It works by blocking the signals nerves send to muscles, causing paralysis that can shut down the muscles needed to breathe. And yet, here's the twist that makes this one so strange. In the 1970s, an ophthalmologist named Alan Scott started injecting tiny controlled doses of it into patients with crossed eyes, discovering it could safely relax overactive eye muscles without surgery. That discovery opened the door to what this toxin is best known for today. injected into millions of people every year under a much friendlier name, Botox, to smooth wrinkles, treat chronic migraines, and calm muscle spasms. The most lethal substance ever discovered is sitting in dermatology clinics around the world. So there you have it, the 5 deadliest substances known to science. A bean from the garden, a nerve agent born from insecticide research, a radioactive element that killed a spy, a frog's skin used for hunting darts, and a bacterium from bad sausage that's now also a beauty treatment. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for more interesting facts like this. Until then, stay curious.